Hey everybody, welcome to another vlog. Today is Wednesday, July 14th, 2021. So it means, yay, gotta go work tonight. But on the other hand, this is my last week of work before my vacation. So yeah, once I'm off work on Sunday, I'm gonna have the next 10 nights off, which is freaking awesome. So yeah, it's officially gonna be a staycation. I'm just gonna stay home. But anyways, for today, I just want to talk about like the different cameras I've used because the thing is, I spent this past couple days uploading a bunch of old vlogs, like a whole bunch of them, like 14, I do believe. So it's a lot of extra content I have sitting around that's available to publish if I don't have, if I don't want to put out a vlog from that particular day. I could just put out one of the old vlogs. But I'm going to try to get them out anyways as soon as I can because I want to just have nothing but new content to do. Not this old content sitting around. It's been sitting around for years, that I've intended to upload but never got around to. Yeah, the primary reason it took me so long to put out a lot of these vlogs is one thing that also would constantly contribute to me losing motivation to make videos and whatnot was actually the simple fact of that my download speeds were not necessarily download, but upload speeds, or just internet speeds in general, were always too slow. That's up until now. That 4K vlog that I made yesterday took me 2 hours to upload it, but that's because it was a 4K vlog that was, 4K 60 FPS, and it was 16 minutes long, so it came out to like 8 gigabytes, like over 8 gigabytes. So yeah, it took me 2 hours to upload that. At my old apartment, it would have taken that long to upload a 2 gigabyte video. No joke. So the average video that I make essentially is 2 gigabytes. And yeah, it was taking 2 hours to upload every single video. So if I had a bunch of videos to upload, it would take forever. And I always had to prioritize like whatever content I'm currently trying to put out. So it was already hard enough to post one video a day, let alone, several videos in the back burner that I had. And it just, yeah, it was just quite a hassle. It was such a major hassle over the years. So now that I have these really fast upload speeds, I can upload, a video that would have taken me 2 hours to upload back in my old apartment now only takes like half an hour or less, or 15 minutes or so. And not only that, but also the upload speeds, the uploading videos, it doesn't seem to affect the download speeds at all. I can still browse the internet, do whatever, stream stuff, while uploading videos at the same time. So that's another thing that's really cool. In case you didn't know, my internet speeds in my previous apartment, it was 18 megabytes download speeds and upload speed 2 megabytes per second. Yeah, it was ungodly. And now at my current apartment, it is 50 megabytes per second download and 10 megabytes upload speed, which still isn't a lot. That's still kind of slow, all things considered, but that's still 5 times more the upload speed than I had at my previous apartment. But it's still not that impressive. In fact, actually, I'm still kind of unsure about doing live streams. I really want to do live streams going forward, but I've been nervous to try it out because of the, I still don't know if 10 megabytes per second is good enough upload speed to do a live stream. You have to have really good internet to do a live stream, especially if you want to do a high quality one, which I'd like to do. But I don't know. I just may try it out at a low bit rate and see if that works. But I want people to be able to enjoy the live streams, just enough to enjoy the live streams, to see what, to not have it be super lagalicious, I don't want people to have to put up with that in order to enjoy my live streams, essentially. So, yeah, that's where we stand on the live streams thing. So basically, I'm planning on doing them, and I probably will try one out here in the near future, but it'll just be an experimental one to see how it works out. If it works out, then fine. I will do weekly live streams from then on, maybe on one of my nights off or something like that. I don't know, because I have 3 nights off every week, so it'd be perfect to, yeah, should work out perfectly fine to do that sort of thing. I have essentially all the different cameras I have used in this one bag right here. Yeah, well, except for one that's in its own case actually, but yeah, because where did I put it? So yeah, all the different cameras I've used are in either this bag or in this case here. So yeah, I'm going to be going over all of them because it's quite interesting, like all the different quality changes that have, occurred over the course of my channel, like my vlog channel, well, the two different vlog channels I had, as well as my current channel, you know, my gaming channel, which is now just my main channel where I do everything essentially. I guess it's kind of interesting to see how different cameras have affected the quality of the videos over the years. So the very first camera I ever owned, not counting my original phone, which is like a flip phone I got back in 6th grade, I don't even have it anymore because it was like, I can't remember what the phone was called. It was just some kind of flip phone. I can't even remember what the brand was, but yeah, it was a simple flip phone that I got in 6th grade, and I had it for 2 years, and then in 8th grade, I can't remember what happened. I don't even remember if it stopped working ever. I'm trying to remember. Like, I think what happened was I was at Jetty Island in Everett, Washington, and I dropped the phone in the water, and that's what happened, like, after owning it for 2 years. And so thankfully, since I had owned it for 2 years, we were good enough for, it was at the perfect time, basically. It was time for a new upgrade phone anyways. But yeah, I guess might as well go over the phones real quick. So I do still have them sitting around, don't I? I just had my old phone a second ago, like the second phone I ever had. So anyways, this is my second phone that I ever had. This is an LG Cosmos. To this very day, it still powers on. Like, it still works. I got this phone back in 2010. I got my first phone in 2008 when I was in 6th grade, and then I got this phone in 2010. It was like August, I believe, that year. But yeah, 11 years old, and this phone still powers on. Check that out. Yeah, see? Verizon Wireless. And yeah, it still works this very day. So the only reason I got an upgrade was because it was just the 2 years had passed. So yeah, it was time. Somebody just mentions, shut up, Facebook. Oh yeah, the only reason it's dying is because the battery's dead. But I can charge it and it'll be just fine. So yeah, it still works this very day. It's very surprising. But yeah, that was another camera basically that I got to use when I had it. I think there might still be pictures on there. I don't know, but I think it uses micro SD. Do you have a micro SD card in there? No, I don't. I suppose if I got one, I could see if there's any old pictures on here. Maybe upload them at some point. I don't know. Well, not upload them, but like show them in a video at some point. I don't know. You never know what you'll find if you look through your old phones, essentially, especially from a decade ago. But anyways, then in 2012, I got my next phone, and once again, well, yeah, this is the first phone that I ended up using for actual videos, like for recording videos. But the first two phones I had, the LG Cosmos and whatever that flip phone was I had before, those could only take pictures. They couldn't take video. But then in 2012 October, I got my iPhone 4, and this was the first phone camera that I actually used for recording vlogs and other videos. But if you go back to on my original vlog, my vlog channel, Multi-Classic Vlogs, the channel's still up, by the way. I don't have access to it anymore, but it's still up. You can still see the videos there. Go back to October 21st, 2012, or was it 22nd? It's one of those 2 days. I recorded my first vlog with this camera, and I remember being like highly impressed with the quality. It was so good. Back in the day, I was very much impressed with it, so I very much enjoyed having that camera. Late 2012, that was my junior year in high school too, so the first vlog I ever did was me walking back and forth to school, and that's kind of what I did for those vlogs for a little bit. It was just me walking to and from school, so it was good enough because I was walking up and down Love's Hill. That was a good time for that sort of thing. And then, so yeah, that phone lasted for the rest of high school, and I took it with me to college. But then suddenly, I believe it was my first or second month of college. Yeah, it was October. It was exactly 2 years after I got the phone. 2 years after I got the phone. So perfect timing. I was in class in college, and the phone powered down and would not turn back on. And now, I don't think it's actually dead. I don't think it's actually gone, because I think I was able to turn it on again like later on. But by the time I was able to, I thought the phone was gone. Like it was dead, like kaboo. But anyways, I told my dad about this, and while I was in Cheney, my dad basically walked me through, told me to go to the Verizon store to get a new phone. And so what I ended up getting was the iPhone 5C with the blue back on it. And this is the phone I used from 2014 to I think 2018. Yeah, because this was my my last phone that I had actually. And now the camera that I'm recording with is my current phone, which I got after this one. And I got this phone in November of 2018, I do believe. It was right before my dad moved down to Las Vegas, Nevada. He bought 2 of these phones. He bought one for himself and one for me. And so to this very day, this is the phone I have. And it wasn't until like about half a month ago that I finally discovered that this phone can do, 1080p 60 FPS, 4K 30, and 4K 60. Like, I did not know up until, June 30th that I could do that this year. So that was just an incredible moment, actually, to find that out. Because I've been wanting to do 60 FPS videos, like, ever since, last time I was doing YouTube videos regularly. But anyways, we're getting off base here. So yeah, that's the current camera that I'm using now. And this is my primary camera for now because it's the only camera I have that can do 60 FPS and 4K. So the rest of these cameras can't do that. But the first actual camera that's specifically for recording and nothing else, not phone stuff, was this one right here. This is a digital Samsung camcorder. I believe I got this in 2008. It was either 2008 or 2009, like early 2009. I'm pretty sure it was 2008 though. Digital cam. I'm trying to see what the model was called. It's like a Schneider Kreuznach. So it says right here, Schneider Kreuznach, something like that. It's spelled Kreuznach. 78.2 millimeter. Yeah, it's low quality. It's like, I think like 480p or 360p at the best for resolution. It's not impressive by any stretch of the imagination. And I lost the charger for this thing for quite a while. I used this. This was the first camera I used for vlogs, and I also used this for several of my Let's Plays back in. Well, I used it for my very first 2 Let's Plays, Luigi's Mansion, Paper Mario 2, I do believe. Or was it? Yeah, Luigi's Mansion, Super Smash Bros. Well, every single camcorder Let's Play I've ever done was done with this camera right here. So if you go back to 2010, maybe some videos in 2011, 2012, maybe even 2013. Like, there was that April Fool's Revenge of the Flying Dutchman video I did. I think that was the last video I did with this camera for this channel. So pretty cool stuff. It's not a bad camera. The sound quality is decent. I think it's fine enough. It was definitely fine for the time, that's for sure. But it was still very exciting to have it when I did. Be able to record my own videos and stuff. And the highest SD card I can put in is 2 gigabytes. So, but even with 2 gigabytes, you can film like for hours, like over 2 hours, I think. So that's pretty impressive. And since they only take up 2 gigabytes, I could record for 2 hours on that thing and upload in less than 30 minutes. So yeah, that's how much technology's advanced since then. Well, actually, it's more like how much my internet's advanced. So yeah, that was my first camera, and I used it for several years actually. I didn't have to replace it until, like I said, I lost the charger for it, but it didn't matter because by then I had my iPhone 4, so I was using my phone cameras to record from then on whenever I needed to. But at a certain point, I had to stop. I couldn't use that digital camera anymore. But then in 2016 is when it happened. I had in 2014, I think 2015 as well. I was using, once I got the iPhone 5C, I was using that as my vlogs and whatever YouTube videos camera. And at a certain point in 2016, I was suddenly, or late 2015, somewhere in there, I suddenly wasn't able to make videos on that camera anymore. Like, for some reason, I never had enough space on it. I don't know what happened, but there was something in the phone that was taking up all that space, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Like, I couldn't like I can't figure out what it was that, like, what the issue was, like why I could record with it. Like, somehow, for some reason, it didn't have enough space, but I don't know what was causing me to not have enough space. Like, maybe I think the space was so limited that just a few apps would fill up the entire phone, so there wouldn't be enough space to record, something like that. Whatever it was, I did have an alternative for a bit. And said alternative was this iPad here I got from my grandpa in late 2014, like around time. I think it was like for Christmas that year. But anyways, I used this to record videos. I never used it to listen to music at all because the quality was about the same as the iPhone 4, so it worked out. But yeah, as you can see, the screen is cracked. What happened was I was arriving home from college to visit for Christmas or maybe I think it was like before I left. I don't know. It was either before I left or when I came back home to visit for Christmas. I dropped the phone on the iPad on the iPod on the ground at the train station. So that's what happened with that. But you wouldn't be able to see any vlogs that I made on the camera anyways because they're among many of the daily vlogs that never saw the light of day again after I deleted them, unfortunately, from Mr. MCG Live. But yeah, that's all story on that. So yeah, going to 2016, I had that whole issue where I couldn't record vlogs with my phone camera, and the iPod camera didn't last long. I had to find alternatives to record videos, and basically it came down to getting new cameras. And I went through 3 cameras in early 2016 that were subpar, essentially, compared to the phone cameras. And the first one was this Polaroid camera. And I could not get this thing to work. That was the main issue. I think I was able to take a picture or two with it or something. But yeah, I could not get this thing to work properly, not efficiently enough to use it for, doing Let's Plays and stuff. Or not Let's Plays, but vlogs. So I regret buying this, and I kind of wish I had just returned it when I found it didn't work, but, silly me. And then there's a second camera that says it's called the Jazz HDV 140 Video Recorder HD. This camera is god-awful. It's, the resolution might be 720p, maybe, but the sound quality and the frame rate is absolutely terrible. And now I think about it, there's an SD card in here, so there might be stuff in here I might have recorded, but I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure I recorded a vlog or two with this, but I found the quality to be absolutely awful, so I switched to another camera. But yeah, might be stuff in here I could upload, who knows. But then finally, the third camera I believe I bought it in May 2016, and that's the one I used for mostly the rest of 2016 up until that fall, but we'll get to that. Up until my birthday, basically. Yeah, May 2016, after going through those 2 god-awful cameras and for some reason not returning them like I could have, I got to this one. The Canon HD... just Canon HD DVC, digital video camera. So it's a digital video camera, and this one, it also has a terrible... It records in full HD, it does, but again, the sound quality is subpar, and so is the frame rate. The frame rate's like 24 FPS, and the sound quality is just terrible. And that was my main gripe with it, was the sound quality. But not only that, but also, it seems like, even editing on my current software, it seems like the audio and video always go out of sync gradually as a clip goes on, and then it resets when you move on to the next clip, but still, like, it seems like this thing can't keep the audio and video in sync for some reason. I don't know. So it supports up to 32 gigabyte SD cards. But yeah, it's like, it's not a good deal because, like, even though the resolution's high, you're basically getting, the videos are taking up a lot of space, but the quality's terrible. So it was a bad deal all around. But nevertheless, I used it from May 2016 up until September 2016. And so any vlogs during that time frame are used with this camera, and the quality is very subpar. Like, you can, like, you can barely understand what I'm saying, essentially, because of how bad it is. But nevertheless, that's what I used. And it was a pretty expensive camera. It wasn't cheap. It was like $100 or $200 or something like that. Definitely wasn't worth the cost, I can tell you that. But then we get to my most recent camera. September 2016, I go to visit, by this point I'm working third shift. I go to visit my family in Western Washington. I was still living in Cheney. And I think college classes were just about to start for the final time for me. And I mentioned to my mom that I need a new camera because the one I was using just wasn't that good. So, for my birthday that year, I got my previous laptop, but also this right here. This is the Canon Powershot, what's the model again? The Canon Powershot SX530HS. So it records full HD 16 megapixels per second. So the picture quality is really good. And also the sound quality is good. It's a major step up from that previous camera I had, which was terrible. So this is my most recent camera. It does not record in 4K, and it only does 30 FPS, but it's full HD. So whenever I use this camera, you know, the quality is good, but it's not, you know, the frame rate's kind of meh. So yeah, those are the cameras I got through. And then we have my current camera that I use, which is my Samsung Galaxy Note 9. That's what it is. It was the current model at the time we bought it, but it's a kick-ass camera, and I didn't realize that until, you know, a couple weeks ago when I realized I could record 60 FPS in 4K. So that's where we stand now with all the cameras I've had. I've gone through a lot of cameras over the years. I'm glad to finally arrive at a good one, but I'm hoping that whatever camera I get, what I'd really like to do is get a 4K camera, like a 4K digital camera. That'd be really cool. And I will eventually. But I know at some point we're going to move to 8K. That's going to be the standard at some point, so maybe I should just wait until that becomes the standard and get an 8K camera. Because as it stands, yeah, I can do 4K videos if I want to all the time, but they take up a shit ton of space, and when something takes up a lot of space, it means I'm going to have to buy a bunch of hard drives and SSDs, and those aren't cheap, so, you know, just to create more space for myself. So that's what I'm going to have to do if I'm going to do 4K, and especially 8K in the near future when that becomes a standard. But either way, I'm basically trying to catch up with the times, so that's basically my whole point of this video, is I'm doing my best I can to catch up with the times. And yeah, I got all these 2016 vlogs I'm uploading. Most of them are recorded with this camera, so not going to be quite looking the best, especially the ones from May and June that year. There's all pretty low quality stuff, but well, high resolution, but bad sound quality and whatnot. I apologize for that. So anyways, I just want to go through all the cameras since you are going to be seeing all the vlogs. Maybe I'll have like a more detailed timeline of the cameras used for each vlog in the description below, so we have a better idea like what vlogs were recorded on what cameras during which time frames and whatnot. Yeah, it might be helpful, I guess, to have that in the description. Now, potentially, just because I don't like these other cameras doesn't mean I won't necessarily use them. Like I may, for instance, like I used this camera for one of my recent vlogs, actually, because it's not a bad camera. It just doesn't do the high frame rate that I like. But otherwise, I'd use it all the time. But yeah, I may use some of the other cameras, like just for the sake of like if I know that I'm going to be doing a much longer vlog, for instance, you know, so I don't want to take up so much space. So I might not do 60 FPS, instead do, you know, one of the cheaper cameras or the lower quality cameras. Like for instance, one day, if I know I'm going to do like a 2-hour vlog or 3-hour vlog or something like that, I might use this camera for all we know. Who knows? You know, but that way I can upload it really fast because it's not going to be high quality, but you still, the point is at some point in the near or distant future, you might see a vlog, you know, record on this camera, you know, just old classic digital camera, you know, in full screen. So who knows, you know, just, I just think it's cool to change up the style every now and then, even if the quality is lower, but you can still, as long as you can understand what I'm saying, that's what matters, essentially. So that's all I got for today, folks. See you tomorrow for another vlog, whether it be an old vlog or a new one again, who knows. See you later. Bye.